up, you guys? Welcome back. Today I'm super excited because we are just gonna do a chill makeup video today. I'm gonna be using some brand new products that I've really been wanting to test out, like this new ColourPop palette. Woo! I'm so excited to do a look with this. So many of you guys tagged me in this when they launched it. It's so pretty. So we're gonna be using this, testing some other new products, and then also using some of my old favorites as well. I don't have a full face of new stuff, but a lot of exciting new things to test out today. And we're just gonna hang out and do our makeup together. So make sure you guys subscribe to my channel if you have not already, and click the little bell right next to the subscribe button so you can be notified of all my future uploads. And without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. I got little curtain bangs cut the other day. I got my hair, like my highlights redone, and got curtain bangs. What do we think? Am I Gen Z, what are they, Gen Z, Gen X? I don't know, I'm a millennial, but I don't know what, I think it's Gen X? No, Gen Z. They're like the generation younger than me. Anyways, okay, for primer, I wanna jump in with this new one from Milani. This is the Chill Out Soothing Primer, which that sounds incredible. I have a lot of redness in my skin, and this has wild oat extract and ceramides in it, silicone free, and is new from them. Oh, see, this is interesting. It says silicone free, but it definitely looks like a silicone primer. It looks like one of those pore filling primers, but it does feel cooling on my fingers. So let's go in and tap it in. Ooh, this actually feels really nice. It's very cooling to the skin. Like, I feel like this should have been called, oh, it's called Chill Out. I'm dumb. Because I was gonna say it should have been called Cooling instead of Soothing, but it's Chill Out Soothing Primer, and this feels really, really nice. I really like the way that it feels. Up next for foundation, nothing new here. I'm gonna be jumping in with the Lancome Tint Idole. I always sound so like Parisian whenever I say the name of Lancome products. This is the Tint Idole Ultra Wear Stick. So they have their liquid version. This has been around for a really long time. It's like a cult favorite product. This one has SPF 15 in it. Comes in like a million different shades, but I really like the stick version. And I've been using this a lot recently on my skin because it looks like skin, which I really like. I've shared with you guys, I'm definitely getting more into that like less is more sort of makeup look, and I've really been enjoying this. And Lancome's actually having a friends and family sale right now where the entire site is 25% off, and then I believe it's 30% off if you sign up and make an account on their website. So you can get anywhere from 25 to 30% off everything on their site now through the end of May. So if you wanna pick up anything, now is the time. I wanna thank Lancome for partnering with me on this section to tell you guys about the sale, but I will have a link down below where you guys can shop it directly. But I am just gonna go in with the foundation. It like melts into the skin, and this shade is perfect for me. I just picked up a new one. This one is 320 Bisque W. It's full coverage, it's oil-free, transfer resistant, and it kind of goes on like a cream, again, because it's a stick. But once you blend it out, it turns to more of like a powder finish, which helps to make it long-lasting. And there is a little kabuki on this side. I don't normally use this, but if you're traveling, it's great because then you don't have to worry about bringing another brush. So I'll use it today to blend it out. Normally I just use whatever foundation brush I have, but it's nice that they added this because then, you know, you basically get a brush for free. And you can also blend the stick foundation with a sponge too. So either way works. It's all up to personal preference. You guys know I also really love the Lancome Misor Big. That's one of my favorite mascaras of all time. So if you wanted to get anything else for the sale, I would definitely recommend that. When my lashes were super damaged from lash extensions, that was one of the only mascaras that actually worked for me because my lashes were so short and stubby. Let me get it out and show you guys what it looks like. This is what it looks like, and yeah, literally one of the only that worked for my short little stubby lashes when they were super damaged. So will always have a very special place in my heart because it will make anyone's lashes look really nice. I hope it picks up on camera, but I just really love that this foundation just morphs into your skin. So even though it's full coverage, it doesn't look like your face is caked with makeup. Still looks natural, so it kind of gives you that best of both worlds. Because a lot of full coverage foundations are just like make your skin look flawless, but it doesn't really look like your skin. So I really, really like this one and how it makes my skin look. For concealer, I'm just gonna jump in with some Shape Tape. I do not have a new concealer, so I'm just gonna jump in with this underneath my eyes and blend that out real fast, just to brighten up that area a little bit. Okay, up next, I'm super stoked. I really need to try these new guys from Pixi. I've seen so many people use these like on Instagram and stuff, and I'm like, oh my god, that's so cute. So they literally almost look like deodorants, but they're actually cream blushes, which has been my new obsession, just like cream products in general. Never used to really like them, and now I can't get enough. So I have a couple of these. We'll look at some of the different shades. So they're called the Pixi On The Glow Blush. So it says it's a tinted moisture stick. So I don't think they're gonna be super pigmented. Ooh, oh, I'm so sad. I just ripped this off and like some of the product came off. Okay, well, it is what it is. All right, that was sad. Do a little swatch my hand. Ooh. Okay, a pretty little pink shade. So this one is Floor. Now let's do Ruby. So this one's more like red. Take this one off a little bit slower. All right, that one was okay. Very pretty. I feel like you could probably use these Like they're meant for your cheeks, but I feel like you could definitely use them on your lips too. Oh yeah, it says hydrating solid cheek tint, use on cheeks and lips. So we love a good multi-use product. And then I have Juicy, which is like an orangey kind of shade. Oh my God, it happened with this one too. That's kind of annoying. Put that right here. So that is Juicy. They all look really pretty. I think I'm gonna go in with Floor. This is the lightest one, the more pinky toned one, and apply that to the cheek. So I'm going in directly from the applicator, and then let me grab a little brush and I'll use this to kind of blend it out. So, so pretty. Love it. And that just like morphed into our foundation so well too, which is really nice. With cream products, I always find they work best when you layer them on top of other cream products. So instead of doing your foundation, then setting with a powder and then going in with like a cream blush, go in with the cream blush first. Okay, now on this side, I'm just gonna take the brush and put some on like this, instead of going directly on the face. We'll see how that does. Okay, that works nicely too. So really either way, I think I probably like it better just going like this. I think it's easier. And then you can just tap it exactly where you want it. But these are really, really pretty. And they give like a pretty glow to them too. Like they're not completely matte, which I like. Just gonna put some on my nose too. And this pink shade is really, really pretty. Okay, I'm just gonna jump in with a little translucent powder. Underneath the eyes, I'm just using some of the Laura Mercier like translucent powder just to set that. And I'm gonna lightly dust that on the rest of the face as well, just to set everything down and in place so it doesn't move throughout the day. All right, for our brows, I'm just gonna slightly line underneath them, and then we are going to go in with a new brow product. I've really been into like tinted brow gels recently and leaving my brows a little bit more on the natural side. So I'm just using this Joa Precision Brow Pencil. I'll like line underneath my brows and then really just go in with a brow gel on the rest of my brows. So I wanna try this newer one. This is from Flower Beauty, and this is the Fiber Fix Brow Gel. It's supposed to tint your brows and also kind of like amp them up a little bit because it has fibers. So I have the light brown shade, and we're gonna run this through our brows. I like to always start like not all the way in the front of my brow. I start like midway so that the darkest color is there, and then I can feather it outward. So I kind of wait to do that center part till the end. Ooh, this looks pretty good though. Color is really nice on this. And I like that it has the fibers to kind of add a little extra texture to my brows, because I don't have the fullest of brows naturally, so I need a little help, you know? This definitely doesn't feel waxy or anything at all, so we'll see how well this holds my brows in place, because it feels very light. Like it's just kind of feels like it's just giving color, but not really like necessarily setting them in place. Definitely don't hate this, but do feel like I need something with a little bit more hold to kind of hold my brows up, which is how I've been liking them recently. So not bad, but not my favorite. But if you're not really into that like laminated kind of putting your brow up like fluffy look, and you just want something to add a little texture to your brows, then this might be a great product for you. All right, now let's jump into the new ColourPop palette. So this is the Your Golden palette. This looks so stinking beautiful. Like, whew! I love when ColourPop does these big palettes. They're always so pretty. So there's 36, I think. 6, 12, 18, 24, 36. So there's 36 different shades in this palette. As you can see, mostly golden neutrals, but we do have some pretty pops of blue, which I definitely really like. It's overall a really, really pretty palette. And this is gonna retail for $34. You guys can use my affiliate code if you'd like to. It's code Kelly, which will give you 10% off of your whole order on ColourPop. But we are gonna go in with this today. I'm really excited. Okay, so first I'm gonna go in with this shade, which is Covet. And I am just gonna work that into the crease as a neutral transition shade. The nice thing about this palette is because there's so many different options and almost all of them are neutral. There should be like neutral transitions and different neutral shades for every skin tone, because obviously not everyone's neutral transition shade is going to be the same. So for me, I just like to pick something that's like 3 to 4 shades darker than my skin tone as my neutral transition, if that kind of makes sense. So it'll definitely be different for everybody. So I'm just buffing and blending that in. Then using that same brush, I'm gonna jump in with the shade Lounger. So this is a little bit of a deeper shade, but it has like peachy undertones to it. And I'm gonna go in with that and focus it more in the crease. The other shade we kind of brought into the upper crease, but this I'm gonna focus more into the crease and just begin to build it up. It's kind of like contouring, but for your eyeballs. So far the shadows are blending seamlessly and are very pigmented, true to the typical ColourPop formula. You guys know I love their eyeshadow formula. And one thing I appreciate about their brand is that in my experience, their products are consistent. There are other brands where like one eyeshadow palette can be great and the next one isn't. ColourPops in my experience are always the same quality-wise, which I like, because then you know what you're getting and it's not like a gamble. Next we're gonna go in with Slumber, and I'm gonna work that into the crease area as well. This one is a more red tone shade. I'm gonna work that in to warm it up. Looks super pretty, and these are all layering nice on top of each other. Then I'm gonna jump in with Warmer Days. This is a deep brown, but it's a very warm toned deep brown. And I'm gonna buff that into this outer corner area just to deepen that up, but I don't wanna deepen up the whole eye. Just gonna kind of keep it out in this outer corner. The only thing that makes me sad about these palettes is that they don't put mirrors in these big ColourPop palettes, so I'm just using like a little hand, oh, this one is from ColourPop too, I didn't even realize that. But I'm just using a little hand mirror. I wish they could put mirrors in there, but if they did that, they'd probably make the price a little bit more, so it's like a catch-22, but that's the only thing I wish they did, because they do have mirrors in some of their smaller palettes, but they don't tend to put them in their bigger ones. But I'm just gonna buff that right on in to deepen up the eye and smoke it out a little bit. Tonight, actually, I am going to a, what did the invitation say? I don't remember what it said. It's like a women's, I think ladies meet and greet, which I thought was so sweet. One of my neighbors is hosting it at her house. And I haven't really met anybody on our new street now that we've moved, and so I'm gonna be going because, you know, we moved during COVID and stuff, so nobody was having like events or anything. And so one of the ladies on the street is like hosting this women's meet and greet tonight, so I'm gonna show up with this like smoky eye. People are gonna be like, who is that? Who is this new girl on the block? But hopefully everyone is nice. Now I'm gonna jump in with this shade right here, Sandy. So this is a shimmer, and it's like a coral kind of toned shimmer. And I'm gonna pack this on the lid with my finger. Oh, that's so pretty. Definitely gives me summertime vibes. Comment down below what you guys are doing this weekend, because when this video goes live, it will be Memorial Day weekend. So comment down below what y'all are doing. In Jersey, it's unfortunately not supposed to be nice. We've had like so many sunny, literally like 90-degree days, and then this weekend it's supposed to rain and be like 50, which I don't understand why, because I was excited. We normally go like down the shore and stuff, you know, to the beach for Memorial Day, but not this year because the weather is not holding out for us. Okay, this shadow is really, really pretty. I like this a lot. Then I'm gonna go in with this golden shade, which is called One Way. And on a tiny little brush, I'm gonna pack that into the inner corner. Ooh, that's pretty. Love that. Just to amp that up as like a little highlight. And I'm gonna bring it right beneath the brow bone as well. Now I think just because I wanna try as many products as possible, I'm gonna go in with a little bit of Bayshore, which this is like a true gold. I'm gonna use my finger and lightly tap this over the coral that we did on the lids, just because I like to see as many colors as I can. And we'll kind of do like a corally golden. I think that'll look really pretty. I like that, because the coral had a lot of gold kind of undertones to it. Okay, now for these blues, I'm gonna go in with Sporty, which is like a deep blue. And I'm going to use a tiny little brush for this. And I'm gonna work that on the lower lash line, like so. This is definitely a very intense, like very pigmented color. And then I'm gonna jump in with Suns Out, which is like a shimmer, a lighter blue, and buff it out to blend it out, but so it's not like too dark. I like that. I love doing that technique where I just take a darker shade and then blend with a lighter one, just so it doesn't look too harsh underneath the eyes. And now just to add a little wing on my top, I'm gonna go in with the shade Cover Up, which this is basically the deepest shade in the palette. It's like the darkest brown. And I'm just gonna grab a tiny little brush like this and work it on the outer part of my eyelid and up, just as like a little wing. I'm gonna do the same thing on the other eye. Alrighty, this palette was really, really pretty. I definitely really like it. I definitely wanna do more looks with it, but I tried to use as many shadows as I could without being like craziness on my eyes. But there are just so many different looks that you could really do with this palette. It's really, really pretty, I think, for summertime or really all year round. It's a great palette to have in your collection. And could definitely be used every day. For my liner, I'm just gonna jump in with the ColourPop Cream Gel Liner in Honeydew. This is like a tan shade, and just pop that in the waterline. Alright, I just went ahead and curled my lashes. Now we are going to try this new mascara from CoverGirl. So this is the Lash Blast Clean Volume Mascara. So CoverGirl's had the Lash Blast, it's like in the orange packaging forever, but now they made it clean, which I'm interested to see if it's as good, because the original Lash Blast is a very, very popular product. So it says it's formulated without parabens, sulfates, talc, and mineral oil. So I guess that's what makes it clean now. Because whenever brands do that, where they'll like take a product and they'll reformulate it to like a clean version, I'm always like, so what was it before? Like dirty? Like what makes it clean now? Like was it bad before? I don't know. So we're gonna go in and try it. I like the little mint packaging. It's super cute. So just getting the brush coated. The brush looks pretty much the same as the original Lash Blast from what I remember. So let's go in and see. It's been a while since I used the original, like the OG Lash Blast. These wands are like, I don't know if they're plastic or whatever they are, but they're not actually like brush wands. I definitely prefer mascaras, especially bigger ones like this that are brushes, just because they're a little bit gentler on the eyes. Sometimes these, if you get a little bit too close to your eye, it can kind of hurt because they're like a harder material, but not bad. Okay, I mean, is it doing a ton for my lashes? No. I'll be honest with you guys. I think Lash Blast has been around for a really long time, and so it was one of the best ones at the time when it came out, but there's been so many good new mascaras that come out. I mean, it's definitely not bad, but I wouldn't say that this one is like my favorite of all the mascaras anymore. All right, I'm just popping on some outer corner lashes to hopefully save this lash look. I've been obsessed with this Kiss Lash Glue Liner. This is like the easiest thing to use because it's just like a liner and lash glue in one, and I really, really like it. So you just like apply it down and then directly go in with the lash right on top. And it's just so easy. My lashes are just not cooperating with me today. It's not a good lash day, but you know what? Sometimes that happens. So it is what it is. We're gonna move on. I'm excited about this. So this I think came out about a year ago, but I never tried it. And this is the Kosas, what do they call it? Because it doesn't say on the packaging. Moisturizing Baked Bronzer. So like I've never thought of bronzers to be moisturizing products really, so I was like, all right, that's pretty cool. So I have the shade Light here, and it's like a baked kind of bronzer like this, and I figured we could try it out and see what that means. So, ooh, okay. I did my brush in there and it kind of went everywhere. So you need to dip it lightly. It's really powdery. It has a scent to it. You know, I feel like maybe this brush is too dense. Let me use a different brush. This one's a little fluffier. I'm gonna lightly tap it and go in. It looks pretty. It's nothing like revolutionary. Like this is what it looks like on the finger. It feels nice. I don't know the moisturizing aspect. I feel like I'm not getting, like it's a powder, so it's not like it's a cream or anything like that. So I don't think it's necessarily gonna moisturize you. I think that's probably more just in like the marketing of it, but it does give a nice kind of glow to the skin, a pretty natural glow. So I do like that. And this glow mixed with the glow that we got from the cheek products I think is really pretty. Then I'm just gonna jump in with Tarte Park Ave Princess. This is a matte bronzer just to contour because the Kosas one has a sheen to it. So it wouldn't be a bronzer you'd want to use to contour with. And just sculpt out the cheeks. Okay, for powder, blush, and highlight. Oh, my fingerprints are all over this. It does not look very nice. But NARS came out with this new palette. I feel like they come out with face palettes, like so many of them, but this one is really, really pretty. It is the Orgasm on the Beach face palette, so it's kind of based on their Orgasm blush, which is like a cult classic from the brand. But I thought this was really pretty. You get 3 different blush shades, and then up here you get 3 different highlights, or you can really use them kind of all interchangeably. Some of them can be used as blushes and stuff too, and then a nice mirror. So we're gonna go in today, and I'm probably just gonna put my brush, like a little dip in each of those. Let me grab. I'm just gonna go. Make it easy, try all 3 and tap on the cheeks. NARS really does beautiful blushes. Yeah, this is pretty. And help to amp up that cream blush that we used before. Because even when I use cream blush, I still a lot of times will set it with a powder blush towards the end. Because once you set the cream blush with an all over powder and stuff, sometimes it can get a little too muted. So I like to amp it up a little bit. And this looks really, really pretty. Tapping that on my nose too. Oh, that was a little too much. Go in with our powder brush and brush it off if you ever feel like you do too much. It's a good way to mute it out. And then for our highlight, I'm gonna go in with the lightest shade in the palette and go on the cheeks with it. The highlight is light. It's not anything to write home about. I definitely think I like the blushes better. You guys know me, I love like blinding highlights, and this one's pretty, but it's definitely more on the natural side. If you want it to be blinding, you'd have to build it up. But I know that not everybody needs or wants a blinding highlight, so I'm gonna use this down my nose too. That's just what I personally prefer. It does look pretty though when the light hits it like to the side. All right, and now for our Lippies. ColourPop came out recently with another collection. You guys know they always are dropping collections, but this is the So Very Lovely collection. So it was a full collection. There was a palette and stuff, but I was so excited about the golden palette that I was like, I just need to try this one. But they had some Lippie sticks in this collection that looked really pretty to me, so we're gonna try them out today. The first one we have is Fab. So this one is like more of like a nude kind of shade. I like their Lippie sticks. They're easy to just throw in your bag. Ooh, this shade is really nice. I love just like neutral nudes like this. I will say, this kind of smells weird though. I feel like I've never realized that with their other Lippie sticks. This one smells a little weird to me. I don't know why. But this shade is really pretty. Just like a true nude, not overly pink or anything. Just like a true brown, light brown kind of nude shade. So I do like this. Let me know if you guys try this though, if yours smelled a little weird. I don't know what that is. Then we have Sweet Stuff. Oh, see, this one doesn't, Did they try and make these smell, like is this supposed to be scented? Because this one smells nice, like sweet. This one just smells, I don't know, maybe was it supposed to smell like chocolate, but it came off really weird? I don't know. This one smells nice though. So this one is Sweet Stuff, more of like a brighter kind of purple shade. Definitely doesn't go with our eye look, but we're using it anyways just so I can show you guys. What I like about these, they're a matte formula, but they're still like creamy. Like you can still go like this with your lips. With most other matte products, you can't do that, but with ColourPop's Lippie Sticks, you can. So I do really like that. This is Sweet Stuff. And then last but certainly not least, we have Soft Side. This one has the weird smell again. I think they tried to do chocolate. I feel like that's what it was supposed to be because it's both of like the nude shades, but it just came off weird. I don't like the chocolate scent, but this one is like a deep dark brown. It has been a long time since I've done a bold kind of dark brown like this. This is pretty though. And the scent isn't so bad that you like can't use it. It's just something that I definitely did notice, but it wouldn't stop me from using these shades again. This is pretty. It's like bold, but it's very pretty. Alrighty you guys, so that is everything for today's video. I hope that you guys had fun just kind of hanging out, talking makeup together, testing some new stuff. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you very soon in my next video. Bye.